Hey dolls, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. Today I have some really fun and cute coastal and beach decor DIYs. I really hope you enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to give me a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and love home decor on a budget, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so you're notified every time that I upload. Alright dolls, let's go ahead and get started. For my first beach sign DIY, I'm going to go ahead and use a bunch of different blue shades of paint color, some Nautical Rope from Dollar Tree, some paint stir sticks from Home Depot, and these new wood plats from Dollar Tree. But trying to figure out what to do with them, and this was the perfect idea. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and paint all my plats. I'm going to go ahead and do like an ombre effect. All of the colors for these paints will be in the description box below so that you have the colors that you need. To give it a beachy, sandy, weathered look, I'm going to go ahead and take some of my Carol color and go ahead and distress the edges. Then the second plat is just to show you the difference that I made in utilizing all of the colors that I had, and so that all my plats weren't just one note. I wanted a little bit of variety, and I had a lot of fun playing with all of these shades of blue. The next thing I did after those were done, I went ahead and unraveled that nautical rope so I can get one small, not small, but one thick strand of it. I tried to use the entire bulky rope, but it just didn't look right. So I went ahead and unraveled it, and then I'm spelling out the word beach, one letter for each plat. Super simple. You just hot glue it down on the ends. Don't put too much hot glue, just a dab of glue will do just fine to keep these down. And after that, I flipped them over so that I could see where I needed to put my paint stir sticks. Now, these are the 1 gallon sticks, and I wanted to kind of hide the handle on it. So what I did was flip them over to see where I needed them to be at, but it was easier for me to measure them or position them when they were facing forward. And I just kind of did a zigzag line or up and down or whatever you want to call it. And then I just hot glued the 2 sticks together to get a longer wood finish. And for my hanging, I just used some more of that nautical rope and hot glued it to the back. And then I also put some of these little shells that I got from Dollar Tree. I just hot glued them onto the front, and I really love how this looks. It's so cute, and it's just so fun for some seasonal decor. For my next DIY, I'm going to go ahead and use a foam wreath form, some wood stems, and some shells, all from the Dollar Tree. First thing I did was go ahead and paint my wreath form white. I did like 1.5 coats. You don't really need that much. I just kind of did a thick layer of 1 coat. Then I went ahead and just hot glued my shells down. I did the biggest ones first. This pack comes with like some big and some small, but they're relatively the same size. Then I added my wood stems on the inside of the wreath, because I was going for a really fun and beachy vibe here. Then I went ahead and hot glued some more of my shells on top of the other ones just to give it a more full look. I couldn't figure out how to get them on the side of the reef, so I went ahead and just took some nautical rope and wrapped that around, and it really brought the look all together. For my next set of DIYs, I'm going to go ahead and use these items from Dollar Tree, this wreath ornament plaque with these pom-poms on it, some wood dowels from Dollar Tree, and some cutouts from the Dollar Tree. So the first thing I did was go ahead and remove the pom-poms from this sign and go ahead and paint this sign white. I gave it 2 coats of thick chalk paint, white chalk paint. And then I went ahead, set that aside, and worked on my sailor's wheel. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I actually really don't know what the name of this is, but I gave it that ombre effect look with the blues, and then painted the handles that caramel color as well. This is what both of them look like after they have dried completely. Then I went ahead and gave that ombre effect look to the sign as well. I guess I didn't really go too ombre on this. I just kind of I just did what I thought would look good and would contrast from the blue color of that wheel. I really like how this turned out though. After I was done painting that and it dried and I gave it some more beachy sand distressing look, I went ahead and wrapped some nautical rope around the sides of it just to give it a little bit more character and texture. And then I hot glued the wheel onto the front, as well as putting some of those shells from Dollar Tree on the top. For the next thing, I'm going to go ahead and use this wreath ornament and this seahorse. Went ahead and painted that white, let it dry completely, and also went ahead and painted that seahorse a blue kind of ombre effect too. I went back and changed this a little bit because I really didn't like it. Was kind of one note. So the next thing I did is I took a dowel, I cut that in half or to the size that I wanted it to stand up on this stand. But I went ahead first and hot glued some more of those mini shells on to the bottom part of this dowel, and then hot glued the seahorse onto the top half. And then I went ahead and put some brown nautical rope around the side of that base, and then hot glued my seahorse stand on to the middle. Here is what my entire set looks like. I really do love this. I did a seashell and then I also did a anchor, and I really love this. I love all these. I love the blues. It's just so beachy and so fun to me. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite. That's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you go ahead and give me a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. All right, I will see you on the next one. Bye.